like gas in a room. Suffering fills our mind completely, disregarding the fact of how much of it actually is there. Now let me tell you a little story. The teacher is walking towards me. She takes my notebook, she checks my homework. Like everyone else, mine is missing too. Therefore, she goes on a tangent that if we cannot even do this, then how do we expect to write our test successfully? I completely deserve this because, well, I failed to do my homework. But still, this was just another prick in my side for that day. I have had like 4 hours of sleep before that night. The weather was terrible. My back was fucking hurting. All the little things combined into my current experience back then. And actually, it was just pure agony. Now, let's compare that to another one. Little me is grinding away in World of Warcraft on a totally normal weekend. All of our group get together, we start playing, and we are just genuinely having a great time there. Then I start listening. It is almost as if someone were weeping in the other room. Then my parents burst into the room. They look at me and say that my grandpa is dead. Huge punch in my gut. I tear up immediately. Needless to say, it was a difficult evening from then on. Both of these situations were agonizing for me. Yet, in one of them, I was just cranky. I was just having a sucky day. And in the other one, I lost someone of great importance to me. I lost a person that I will never get to see again. And yet, in both of these situations, suffering seemed to fill my mind completely. Even though the stakes and the losses cannot be compared, suffering still fills my mind. Suffering is completely relative. If there is any quality of it present, it will cloud your mind and become the focal point of your existence. It will become the focus every time. But by this logic, if we were to start focusing on our blessings, we would be much more likely to be in a state of joy. Don't get me wrong, you are completely justified in feeling like shit in certain cases. You cannot twist something like the loss of something important to you, someone important to you, someone you love leaving you into bliss. But nevertheless, why should we feel bad when there is room for joy? But man, many of us literally fail to see the beauty of our lives behind the smallest problems. To count my blessings, I am privileged to be wearing clean clothes, to have a roof over my head, to have food on the table, to have a free education. But even though these are all present in my life, they just become the usual, something to be taken for sure. As an actionable step to this video, point out like 3 things that you are grateful for. Anyways, this might have been a little bit darker of a video. If you're looking for something more upbeat, then maybe check out this one. And as always, take care.